Why? Ooh, this is so fun. Oh my god. Okay. That's so fun. Eee! Okay. Okay. So, hi, I am Venus, and I am your Goddess Elite Love Witch, maybe? I mostly study love magic, I mostly study manifestation magic, and I kind of am obsessed with it. It's my nerdy little passion. I am a college student, and I spend a lot of my time studying psychology and the spiritual world around it. So I hope I can teach you guys something new this live stream. We're going to go over all of, well, not all of, but majority of the love items that we sell at Goddess Elite. We also will be going over The Glam Witch by Michael Herx. We will also be going over Manifestation Magic and this Glamour Magic book. I have a few other books depending on how long this live stream goes, so if you guys are interested, you can find the links to these books probably in our comment section. So to begin, we'll go with The Glam Witch. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, hi, our viewer. I'm Venus. Nice to meet you. I am a employee at Goddess Elite, and I am our residential love witch. I guess love witch is my number one kind of magic, so I'm going to teach you guys today. So, The Glam Witch by Michael Herx is a book mostly based around Lilith. It is his deity. I love this book. I picked it up and I read through it a couple times. I definitely ended up having to buy it for myself at the end of the day, but I just wanted to show you guys and maybe teach you some of the important parts that I found about this book. I really like this book because he goes into great detail on Lilith. There are multiple different stories about her, where she could have came from. The story that I'm most common with is that she was the one before Eve and that she did not agree with Adam. He wanted her to submit and she refused, and that is the common that I am most common with. But I also know she has Mesopotamian history, and you can probably find her there. But in this book, he talks all about it from her ancient origins all the way to The Handmaid's Tale, her existence as the spirit of the moon, and even in her book Gilgamesh. If anyone's read it, she's also found in there. And I like that. Each of these books have pictures. It's a lot of words, but it's definitely something that can keep my attention. I also really like this book because it gives great detail on her correspondence and how you can find her. So to begin, it starts with the animals, cats, owls, snakes, things that you would really recommend, or not recommend, things that you would really associate with her. I'm definitely a snake girly myself, but I also find that some of these are correspondence that I find with other people, like Hecate. I think of owls. Snakes, I think of Medusa. Those are two other goddesses that I really enjoy, not so much working with, but worshiping, I guess. I think they're all very powerful, very defined feminine ladies who they'll tell you what you need to know. This book also goes through the color magics, which I definitely have tons of candles for you guys for. We have the purple, we have pink, and we have red. We also have the black candles that are corresponded with her, and we also have crystals that are corresponded with Lilith in this book. But onto the love magic and the good fun about it. So once you get through this book, he'll give you all of the basic details. If you're a beginner, I do not necessarily recommend deity work for beginner magic. I think that the most important thing that you do is protection magic. But once you get past your protection magic and you start getting into things like glamour magic, this is a good book for that. This book, it's not all about love magic. If that's what you're looking for, you're going to have to keep searching. There are a couple books that I can totally recommend on that, but this book is more so about glamour magic. It does go into the other types of magic that he refers to, such as sex magic. There's a bit of tarot in here. There's what he calls vision craft, so that is mostly the glamour magic. There's also bitchcraft in here for people who are into revenge and hexing. If that's your thing, that's what bitch magic is for. Hi! Oh my god, hi, Sunny! Anyways, so this book, a great recommendation. I have marked So if you come into our store and you come to buy things, I have marked things like shadow work prompts that you can use. I am a firm believer that if you're going to do glamour magic and you're going to do love magic, you have to do shadow work. You cannot grow and become in your power if you're afraid to face your shadow self. And this book is perfect for that. This book also goes over basics like enchantments, color magic, how to enchant your jewelry, your necklaces, your rings. I enchant everything that I own, and if that really interests anyone, I am totally down to create a video on how to enchant your jewelry and your items. It doesn't necessarily have to be jewelry. I enchant my makeup, I enchant my glasses, I enchant my hair products. It can be anything that you desire, really. And it also goes over body crystals, rituals that you can do. Like I told you, if you go deep in this book, you'll find things on hexing and things like that. Take it with caution. This book is powerful. I bought myself a copy. I know some other people at the store bought themselves a copy. So you should check it out. If you come into Goddess Elite, you can find this on our employee recommendations. And I have the sticky notes in there, so you can buy them and you can open them and read them. You can also feel free to ask me any questions personally. I also really like this manifestation magic book. This one I'm probably going to take a little bit more time on than I am this Glam Witch because I love manifestation magic. So to begin, it's just so simple. It's 21 ritual spells and amulets for abundance, prosperity, and wealth. Outside of being a love witch, I love prosperity magic. I love wealth magic. I love anything about it. I can always be found doing money bowls, things like that. So to begin, I marked off the most important, visualization. To me, visualization is the entire purpose of manifesting. If you can't see yourself in it and you can't put yourself in what you want, then it's probably not going to visualize up for you. It's not going to become your future. You have to put yourself in the place that you want to be. So in my personal experiences to manifest, I do a couple of different things, and some of those things are listed in this book. I script, I write, I journal, however you like to describe it. I write down how I feel about things, what I want to happen, and I write it in present tense as if it's already happened to me. For those of you who know about the law of attraction, I don't use a law of attraction, but I do use a similar law called the law of assumption, and I just assume that everything works out to me. I'm delusional. I don't mind saying that. Everything works out in my favor. No matter what happens, no matter what bad happens in my life, it's working out for a reason and it works out in my favor. Money comes to me at all times. When my money's low and my bank account's looking questionable, I still am delusional. I have money in my bank account. I just can't spend it at this current time. It's okay. It's okay. Another reason why I really like this book is it goes over sun, moon, and planetary magic. For those of you who are into astrology and use that, you of course can go that route. But I personally really like lunar and solar magic. I'm definitely a sun girly. I love being out in the sun. I like to recharge. If I'm doing manifestation magic and I'm doing something like happiness or health or peace, I find that it works better for me in the sun. Me personally, I like to go outside and do yoga, ground myself in the grass. I go to the park, whatever seems kind of simple for me, and I allow myself to recharge. And I think being under the sun and doing yoga is a perfect way to calm yourself and visualize and manifest. If you're interested in manifestation rituals such as like being outside, a simple way to do that is just sit in the grass or on a yoga mat outside and just relax, ground yourself, talk to the trees, talk to the grass, talk to nature, and tell nature what it is that you desire, what you wish to get out of things. Talk to the universe. Universe, I am so grateful for this. I am grateful for that. Gratitude is your answer. Gratitude will take you to where you need to go. If you are gracious to the earth, if you're gracious to those around you, if you're gracious for waking up that morning, the universe will thank you. It will give back to you for your gratitude. And that is a very strong backing for my abilities of manifestation magic. I am constantly reminding myself to be grateful because it's really hard to be grateful, especially in the world today. You turn on the news and it's always something terrible going on or something heartbreaking or something worrisome, and you can lose hope. But gratitude will keep you there, even if it's small, even if you're just happy for waking up today, for breathing, because somebody didn't get to wake up today. Anything. Just be grateful for the fact that you have food on the table, clothes on your back. That tiny little bit of graciousness will take you a long way. Okay, sorry. Back to this lunar, solar, and moon magic. In this book, as I stated first, solar energy, he definitely, I'm sorry. They definitely describe the differences of solar magic. Over here is I don't know if I can show you guys, but it is a creation. I think this is beautiful. I definitely would draw this as a sigil on candles for things that I do, just to invite the energy of the sun. But of course, you don't have to. Lunar energy for me is more so calming and enchanting, if I may say. So as I told you, I do both lunar and solar magic. So my lunar magic rituals are similar to my solar rituals, but they're more relaxation. The nighttime is where I really thrive, in my opinion. I just feel like it's good for balance, and of course, the lunar moon phases are important. You can do magic as you see fit for them, such as the new moon. I'm pretty sure we have a upcoming moon on July 17th, so that is definitely a place you can check out. You can use that magic. So for new moons, it's definitely in a reflection, in my opinion. I definitely take my new moons and I use them for banishing magic, for reflection magic, simple simple releasing rituals are writing down everything that you wish to release and burning it on a piece of paper. You can write it down and you can rip it up. You don't have to burn things. If you're in the closet, or if you're like me and in a college dorm sometimes, I just rip my paper up into tiny pieces and I throw it away. I cast that energy away from me. As long as you take it out of your space and you toss it out into the world and get rid of the energy yourself, you can do it. You do not always have to burn things. For the full moon, however, I personally use full moons as manifestation magic. I feel full, I feel gracious. My energy is definitely at its highest during full moons. So that is where I do most of my rituals, especially my love magic rituals. I do most of those on full moons because it's just high energy for me personally, and I just really enjoy I just really enjoy the power that I feel during full moons, and I think that that's where I get the most success for my prosperity and love magic candles, and that's just personally how I feel. I personally am not deep in astrology. I know my chart, and I can tell you the basics of my chart and my signs, but that's it. But this book does go into the planetary signs, so it goes into the moon signs, in each sign separated by the air, water, fire. It's very detailed. It's very good, and it goes over the energy. And I really like how it goes over the energy of each day. Personally, Thursdays are my favorite day in the world. I know today's Friday, but Thursdays are good for money magic for those of you who are interested in it. And love magic is perfect for today on Friday since it is ruled by Venus. I'm a Taurus Venus, if you can't tell. I really love magic. Another thing that I marked off in this book was there's a large range of gods and goddesses that this author lists in this book. And of course, when you go through books, normally you see Greek goddesses, Norse gods, the basics, But I really enjoyed this book because it brought Roman gods into this. I don't see a lot of books that bring them up. I definitely like that it brought other different goddesses. There's Egyptian goddesses, Demeter's in this book as well. So they do go over what you would kind of think when you think of prosperity goddesses for manifestation. But it also goes over the oceans for those of you who work with them. It also goes over Japanese gods, and I believe there's information on Chinese gods as well. It's so detailed. I learned a lot about the gods and goddesses that were in this book, some of them that I didn't even know exist. And while I will tell you, do not go work with gods willy-nilly. I know that they're listed in this book. I know that it gives details, and while this book tells you that, hey, it might be a good idea for you to channel in these goddesses' energy, proceed with deities with caution. Each deity has their own rules, each deity has their own requirements, each deity has their own feelings, and sometimes deities are closed practices, so please do your research on whether or not it's an open or closed practice, and just be careful. Just be careful. This book is really good for it, though. It also goes over things like spirits and angels as well, and it does give you details on how to progress with a relationship with these gods of fortune. It's on page 61, healing your relationship with the gods of good fortune and how to summon and avoid them. Take caution. Take caution. I also really like that this book goes over color magic. It goes over crystal magic. If you're a beginner witch, that is where I definitely recommend you start. For those of you who are not quite sure of your practice, if you're not quite sure what you want to do, candle magic, color magic, crystal magic. For all beginners, I will always recommend those three. And shadow work. I will never deny you shadow work. You should always do shadow work. For manifestation, those 4 things are the most important for beginners. If you're above, I think you will like this book. If you already work with deities, I think it's a good introduction to some new ones. If you guys are researching religions, cultures, things like that, I think it gives good basic information, and I think it definitely can lead you on the right path of where you desire to go. Okay, and then part 2 was definitely about abundance, prosperity, and wealth. Part 1 of this book is about the basics, the introduction, but we'll get into the fun part. So I have marked off the basics. To conjure abundance, a very easy way is bay leaves. Go to the grocery store. We sell them here at Goddess Elite. You can get them anywhere. You can grow them. Take a bay leaf, write the amount of money you desire, write an affirmation, write a money affirmation. Take it with you. You can put it in your wallet. I take a bay leaf and I write a money manifestation on it. I do it monthly. I change the manifestation and I put it in my wallet along with a piece of pyrite and citrine to attract wealth my way. But I also use bay leaves for my love magic if I want to sweeten something up, if I want to bring an affirmation to me, such as I am love, love flows to me, I radiate love and kindness, whatever that intention is, I write that on a bay leaf. I keep it with me. Bay leaves are very simple, very easy ways to bring your manifestations towards you. And it definitely says that here they give you a spell using 7 bay leaves. You can choose to use the 7 bay leaves. You can use them on a smaller scale. It is totally up to you. I also really like how this book goes over symbols such as like good luck, symbols such as bad luck. However you view them, symbols are important, especially when you're trying to bring in money and you're trying to bring in prosperity and wealth into your life. If you ask for symbols, you ask for a sign, you will receive them, and it's important to see those signs. I ask for specific signs when I'm calling for money. I ask for butterflies as I view them as a transformation thing. It means that my financial situation is transforming into something that I want. I see that as a sign. 888, the angel number, is a number that people correspond with abundance. A great number. And lastly is kind of the basics. I talked over this earlier with manifestation magic, and it is all about releasing, letting go, and having gratitude. So when you're manifesting something, yes, you wanted, I recommend that you go into detail. So personally, my manifestation methods tend to be scripting, and I use water. How do I best describe this? So for scripting, I have a journal. I have a strict manifestation journal. It is separate from my shadow work journal. But when I use scripting, I think shadow work is equally important. So I do the both of them together. I start off with shadow work. You can find prompts on the internet. You can find prompts through journals. I know that we personally sell shadow work books here at Goddess Elite that you can come find. And I like to personally do a shadow work prompt, work through my emotions for that prompt, and then bring into my manifestations. And when it comes to my manifestations, like I told you earlier, I use the scripting method. I personally use the law of assumption, so I write as though it has already happened. I'm big on gratitude, so I always start mine with thank you, universe, thank you, ancestors, thank you, spirit guides, thank you, guardian angels, whoever you may work with. Thank you for all of your assistance. Thank you for your love, your guidance, your lessons, your blessings. Thank you. And then I talk to the universe and I thank them for the manifestations that I'm hoping to bring in. So when school starts, I always manifest good grades. I always say thank you for all of your assistance throughout this school year. Thank you for giving me straight A's. Thank you for putting me on the honors list. Thank you. Thank you for bringing money my way. Thank you for me never having to worry about my bills. Thank you for showing me that the universe loves me. Thank you for showing me that wealth loves me. Thank you for showing me that love loves me. Whatever you're manifesting in your life, I like to speak as though I already have it. Especially with love magic, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a little delusional. Just a little. Everyone loves me. If people don't love you, that's okay, of course. But don't let it knock you. Don't let it get you down. You cannot please everyone. Everyone will not like you. Everyone has different standards of beauty. Everyone has different standards of what they think is attractive, what they tolerate, what they don't. You cannot please everyone. And the moment that you accept that not everyone will like you, not everyone will think you're beautiful, not everyone will take what you want to give out, not everyone will accept that. That's okay. Accept it. But understand that you personally are the prize. And as long as you believe that you're the prize, you're the prize. No one else's opinion matters but yours. The person who has to walk your path is you. Everybody else isn't in your shoes. Everybody else does not know what you go through. Everybody else does not know the things that you carry with you. No one knows what's going on in your life. And if you allow for outside talking, outside opinions to rule your life, you will not have the control that you need. And especially when it comes to manifesting and love magic, outside influences are always going to happen. Outside influences will always be there. You can't avoid people. As humans, we need a culture. We need a connection. We need people around us. Being the lone wolf all the time is hard. You will get lonely. And that's perfectly fine. But don't allow people to take your power from you. Don't allow people to get you out of your system, out of what makes you you. Manifestation magic, it'll get you there. Another good form of manifestation magic is affirmations. You probably heard me mention them throughout this live and this video, and I live by them. They can be simple, they can be small, they can be I'm safe, I'm secure, I am loved, I radiate love, I radiate positivity. A common affirmation that I use every single day when I look at myself in the mirror is I don't chase, I attract. I don't chase, I attract. And I say that 3 times every single day, and I attract all positivity, all that's meant to be on my wavelength, all that's on my vibe, I call to me. Another good manifestation affirmation for those who are looking for things such as like wealth is I'm a money magnet, money flows to me easily. Another good thing I say is whenever I spend money a lot. I say this money is coming back to me times 3, times 10. This money is going to return to me. Thank you, money, for being here for me to spend. In order for you to gain money, you cannot hold on to it. You have to let things go. And the same thing goes for love. When you're manifesting love, you cannot fear it. Love hurts. Love sucks. Sometimes people aren't going to be in your life for as long as you want them to be. You might think that they're your forever, but as I like to say, sometimes people are not meant to be your forever. Sometimes they're only a chapter in your book. Sometimes they're only a sentence, and sometimes they're only a word. And that's okay. Sometimes people aren't meant to be forever, and that's okay. Of course, you can manipulate the ways to get what you want, but accept that sometimes it's okay. Focus on yourself. Put you first, and love will come to you as it comes. You attract what you put out there for the world. I like to believe that I am very kind. I think that I give off very happy, optimistic energy. That's what I try to give out to people so that they can give it back to me. And sometimes people aren't able to give that back to me, and that's okay because sometimes they need that energy. Sometimes people need someone to tell you, hey, you are loved. Sometimes you need someone to tell you, hey, you are appreciated. And that's okay. You deserve it. You're loved, you're appreciated, you're always cared for, and you're always welcome, especially here at Goddess Elite. But for those of you who sometimes cannot accept it, like me, we have things you can use. We have tons of love magic candles, tons of love magic things here at Goddess Elite. For example, the Forever Mine candle. It's a Wicked Witch Mojo candle. It's $15 here at Goddess Elite, and you can burn it, or you can dress this candle. Sometimes you can use separate herbs. Later on in this live stream, I will go over the herbs for love that we sell at Goddess Elite that you can use to dress these candles. You can also get your candles dressed here at Goddess Elite for an extra fee. You buy the candle, we will dress it and charge you as normal. We also have Aunt Jackie's Ultimate Love Me candle. I personally use Aunt Jackie candles. I am not a hoodoo practitioner per se, but I am a hoodoo practitioner researcher. I love hoodoo. I love everything about it. I work with my ancestors personally. I think that hoodoo and, of course, voodoo, they are two separate things, but I think both of them are very good pathways, and I love them about them. And the hoodoo pathway is what introduced me to Aunt Jackie's candles. This love magic, I personally can say has worked. I personally do love magic every day. Not always for other people, as I am a person who believes that when you do love magic, you should have consent of both parties. But I personally have done self-love magic. I've done love magic for myself. I've done love magic for my friends. And I've done love magic, of course, for me and my partner. It works. Another candle we have is a soulmate candle. I personally have not used a soulmate candle, but one of my coworkers here at Goddess Elite has definitely recommended this candle. As I was setting up for this live stream, she was like, the soulmate candle, you have to introduce the people to it. So if you're looking for your soulmate, you're looking for your good partner, the soulmate candle may be calling for you. It is also $15, and of course, as I said, you can get this dressed here. You can dress it yourself with the herbs of your choice. I personally like to dress my own candles. I like to infuse my own energy into them, but I also love dressing candles for other people. If you come to Goddess Elite, we have attraction candles. We have some that are already dressed. They're on our little love magic shelf if you go down our candle aisle, but we also have one at the front desk with a register if you have interest in it. You can buy the candle without the dressing. This is what it looks like. And you can dress it yourself. I recommend maybe putting love sigils on the side. I personally have one of these candles. I dressed it myself. You can find a picture of it on our Instagram after this live stream. I'm going to post it for you guys, where I dressed the top, I dressed the sides with sigils, I placed my oils, and I burn it. It's a 7-day candle. The 7-day candle is $5.50, but with the dressing, it can cost up to $15, $20. It totally depends on how you get it dressed, or if you decide to dress it yourself. I live by this candle. I love this candle. Attract what you need to attract you with this candle. Another candle that we have is the Blessed Herbal Affirmations Love Candle. It is not more so specific to any type of love spell. I like to use this as a all about love spell candle. I use it for self-love. I've used it for romantic love, and I've also used it for platonic love. It has an affirmation on it. It says, I open my eyes, heart, and hands to the love I seek. I release all fear that may have blocked the path to the fulfillment of my desires. And that is why I picked this candle. It's not specific. Whatever love you desire and call for, that's up to you. If you need self-love, you need to call love to yourself, you have this candle. If you want to call love to someone else, if you want to bring a relationship to you, you have this candle. It is totally up to you. And then we also have the attraction love candle. This is a candle for, it's similar to that one, but if you are wanting to attract a specific person, I think I would rather recommend you this candle, to be honest. The affirmation on this one says, I call on forces higher than I to empower the dreams that I hold inside. Through this vision that knows my needs, I ask for love enchantment with all speed. May this work for me in the most correct way, attracting the love I need today. I call on thee in perfect love and trust. Working with me, sending what is just. Harming none and helping all is how it shall be. I make this true. 3 times 3 times 3. I will be buying this candle by the end of the day. I did not mention this earlier in the live stream, but this candle just reminded me. Love magic is very dangerous. It is dangerous. I don't recommend it for beginners. I don't recommend it for people who do not fully know the consequences. When you do love magic, you have a chance to make people obsessed with you. You have a chance to bring danger your way. When you walk out and you don't chase, you attract, and you don't specify what you're attracting, you have a chance for things to go wrong. When you do love magic on someone else, especially when you don't have consent, it can get very bad. I personally do have an experience of love magic going very bad. I was a beginner and I definitely did not know the protection that was behind it. And that is truthfully my reason as to why I will never recommend a beginner do love magic, because love magic is powerful. And love magic, it doesn't just range to these candles. It can range to glamour magic. As I mentioned earlier, sex magic is a very common. Exactly. The be careful what you ask for, as you just may get it. When you ask for things, you need to be specific and you need to be detailed in your answers. Oh, I want someone who will be obsessed with me. How obsessed do you exactly want this person? Because if you just tell the universe you want someone obsessed with you, you can get a stalker, you can get anything. If you want to specify someone to be obsessed with you, you start the basics. Someone is obsessed with seeing me happy, but with me being safe and respecting my boundaries. Set your lines, please. We also have tiny candles. So this one is our heart candle. It's a lavender, and it says, I fill my heart with love of the universe, healing all past hurts. I use this for my self-love magic. I use this for my healing magic. Anything that has to do with the heart chakra. If I'm going about my day and I just feel low, I like to light this candle, say this little prayer, go about my day. This candle is also really nice because I can carve my sigils into the side and I can burn it. We also have the Love's Enchantment candle. This one is pink. Its flavors are lemongrass, jasmine, and orange blossom. It smells good. And it says, we are the enchanter and the enchanted. We move with the dance of passion. I totally recommend this for love magic of attracting people to you. It definitely will work well with this Glam Witch book that I mentioned earlier in the live. Use with caution, but believe in yourself. Those affirmations, once again, a very simple spell for you to use with this candle is to light it and speak affirmations to yourself. I like to sit in front of a mirror when I'm low or when I'm not feeling confident, or sometimes when I'm just doing makeup. I like to light candles like these, and I like to speak affirmations. I don't chase, I attract. I radiate magnetic energy. I radiate love energy. Love pours out of me. However you like to bring love and enchantment to you, you can do it that way. You can also use this candle to enchant your jewelry. As I mentioned, I enchant all of my jewelry. As you can see, I wear a lot of rings, I wear glasses, I wear everything. I keep a mirror where I have my little herbs, I have my charging station, as I like to call it, and I place my glasses and I place my jewelry and everything there, and I burn one of these little candles straight in the middle. Take that as you will. If you guys would like to see a video on enchanting jewelry and how to do that, I would love to. I can make one here and I can post that for you guys. I also do deeper love magic. I practice sex magic. I practice bitchcraft, however you would like to describe it. With that, we get to a very dangerous line. I preface this by saying, please do not do love magic, sex magic as a beginner. I once again give my warning because it gets really dangerous really fast. When you involve yourself in sex magic, it definitely comes with soul ties, energy. You transfer energy with your sexual partners. You will bring a part of your partner home with you. If you don't personally believe that, of course, to each your own, but that's just my personal belief that each partner that you interact with, you will bring a part of them with you. And you don't have control over what energy you get from them, so just be careful. But for those of you who do it and are interested in the little darker aspect of it, those of you who work with Lilith, some of you who may work with Aphrodite may do it, you totally should check out our seduction candle. So it's this cute little red candle here. We do have candle holders here at Goddess Elite that you can purchase. And the seduction candle says, "May all my loving emotions contained within me flow freely to the surface, inspiring pleasure and attracting love. I am a child of love." Take with that what you will. Take with that what you will. But your seduction magic, it's serious. It's important. And if that's what you're going to do, this candle is perfect for you. Okay, so keeping on our little love magic spell, now that I've shown you majority of the candles that we own for single person, we do also have these Adam and Eve candles, these marriage candles. Personally, I would use these candles for couples magic. If you're doing relationship spells, if you're doing a marriage spell, I really would recommend this. If you want to bind someone to you, I would use this. Be careful binding people to you. I know that it is very easy to love someone, but sometimes you do not know who you're truly binding yourself to. I personally would not recommend binding spells to anyone who hasn't been in a relationship for longer than 5 years, but that's my personal belief. That is just how I feel about it. If you know you and your partner are fully about binding yourselves to each other, if you guys are meant to be forever and that is what you would like to do, we sell these candles here. We also sell them in pink, and I believe we might sell them in purple as well. But binding magic, love magic, couples magic, if you would like to do sex magic with these candles, you totally can. Here you go. And this candle is $28 here, Goddess Elite. Now that I've taken you guys through our candles, oh, I have forgotten one candle. Important. This is the most important candle. It's the most delicious smelling one. So this candle is made in-house by one of our own here at Goddess Elite. It has glitter in it, and it smells so heavenly. There is a matching scent for our love spell candle that goes with it. I love this love spell candle. I am owning it. It smells so good. It has a really fruity, citrusy scent. I'm obsessed. But this candle is the easiest to dress, in my opinion, because it comes with its own little container for you to hold it in, and it has enough space for you to put your herbs and everything on top and to attract your money towards you. And it also comes with a lid, so it's very easy to snuff out. For those that do witchcraft magic, if you're new, you may not know this, but a lot of witches that I personally know believe that if you blow out your candle, you are blowing your blessings or your magic away. So I personally snuff out my candles, and this candle is great because it comes with the lid, and as long as you cover it, your candles are going to snuff out. Another recommendation that we have here that has to do with love here at Goddess Elite are our incense. We have Love Spell incense. I'm actually burning it right now. It smells really good. I definitely burn it throughout the store when I'm here. I burn it at home, and I burn it before I do any of my love rituals or any of my love magic. It doesn't matter what kind of love magic I'm doing. I just think it really sets my mood. Another recommendation for setting the mood, now that I'm on this topic of incense, I love to listen to music, so I personally use Spotify or YouTube, making love manifestation playlists, making a love song music to what you want. I definitely recommend you doing that when you do your rituals. Play it in the background, play it during your sex magic if you want. Music magic exists, and it is perfect to do with love magic because it's a way to easily stay in the love vibe. It's an easy way to attract the specific love that you want because songs have specific lyrics, and the words that you use do have power. Don't ever believe that they don't. The words that you speak have power. The love that you bring to you, you bring through your words. And another one we have is angel dust. It's not a personal love type thing. I just personally like the scent, and when I'm out of love spell, I definitely burn angel dust before my rituals. Both of them smell really good, really flowery and sweet. So if something sweet isn't your cup of tea, we definitely have other incense. If you do not want something sweet like that, I also burn cinnamon for my love magic, my prosperity magic as well, any manifestation magic. Cinnamon is always a good way to turn. Now we get to the fun, important part. All of the cool herbs that we sell here at Goddess Elite that I like to use on my rituals. So, of course, as I told you, we dress candles here. I personally dress candles. I actually am posting a money bowl and a love interesting candle for you guys later after this Twitch today. And I will be using a couple of the herbs that we have here. We have a piece of them for you guys. So I will go over each herb and what I like to personally use them for. As I told you, this was an introduction to me as Venus at Goddess Elite. So if you guys are new and you didn't get to see my introduction, I am Venus. I am one of the new employees here at Goddess Elite. I mostly work on our website and everything, but I do practice, and I have been practicing for about 6 to 7 years now. I focus mostly on money magic, prosperity magic, and love magic. They are my top 3. I practice pretty often, and I personally have a really big love for love and sex magic. I study psychology. I am probably introduced myself. I'm a computer scientist and a psychologist student in college, and love magic has definitely taken over my kind of interest. And as I mentioned before, you don't necessarily have to use love magic for other people, so I like to use love magic to attract opportunities to me, to attract wealth, so forth and so on. So the herbs we have here at Goddess Elite that I like to use totally dictate on what kind of magic you're using. So since today is on manifestation and love and attraction, those are the herbs that I will be going over today. I will start off with juniper berries. I mostly use juniper berries for protection, if I'm being honest. But juniper berries are also for love, so when I do love rituals, I like to put one in each of the corners of whatever I'm using for love and for a barrier of protection. We have lemongrass, which is used for love. It is also used, well, in our details, it's used for romance. It's also good for luck and cleansing. So I will burn lemongrass before my rituals. I personally like to use it as a cleansing thing, especially since it invites the era of romance into everything. We sell it here. You can also buy lemongrass in herb sticks like sage, and it's really good for that. We have catnip. For those of you who have cats, I personally do myself. I love catnip. I love catnip not only for my cats, but for love magic, for cat magic, for beauty magic. I mostly use catnip for my enchantments. So as I mentioned earlier, I enchant my jewelry. I use catnip to enchant beauty. I use catnip to attract love and to invite the feminine energy into my area. We also have mullein. Mullein, personally, for me, is a amazing herb. It once again is for protection. It's also for courage and love. It is also a great healing herb for those of you who smoke, for those of you who do anything, find yourself with a lot of asthma, a lot of mucus. You can drink mullein leaf, you can smoke mullein leaf. It is good for your lung health and your appearance, and that is my number one reason to use it. I will always, always, always recommend mullein leaf. But you can also use it for love and protection magic. When I make it into teas, when I stir my tea, I like to speak in affirmations into my tea. So I am loved, I don't chase, I attract, money flows to me, whatever. I am protected, I am safe, I am secure. Mullein leaf, it will come in handy. Of course, we have cinnamon sticks. Everyone knows that cinnamon is an amazing, amazing, amazing herb. I use it in all types of magic that I do, my manifestation, my money, my love. Cinnamon is a really nice all-around one for attracting, for sweetening, for love, for passion. Also, it is very commonly used in money bowls. We have a few at Goddess Elite in which we use cinnamon sticks. We cover them in our oil. We post them, attracting prosperity, wealth. Cinnamon is for you. We also have hibiscus. I personally like hibiscus. I, once again, drink it in my tea. Personally, I make beauty tea, I make enchanting tea. I use hibiscus, I use cinnamon, and I also use mullein. Sometimes you can find me using blue lotus as well. If you guys do have an interest in some love magic rituals or some cute love day-to-day things that I have, please let me know and I will definitely make videos. I can post them here on live, or I can of course post them to our social medias on TikTok or Instagram and teach you guys the ways. But hibiscus, good for love and lust magic. As those of you who do sex magic, this is a great herb for lust. For those of you who do work with demons, for those of you who work with the Prince of Lust, I will always recommend hibiscus. If you're allergic, I recommend rose, which we will get to next. But for lust, I recommend hibiscus. I more so recommend rose petals for love and beauty. That's kind of what I use them for. I do know people that use rose petals for other things. Rose petals are also something you can use with the deities. You can use them with Lilith. I know you can use them with Aphrodite. I'm not personally sure, but I do have a friend who works with Persephone and she uses them with Persephone, so you of course can use them with them as well. Rose petals, hibiscus, the two of them, you can never go wrong. You can put them together, combine them for enchanting. I personally use rose and hibiscus in my enchanting rituals or in my love spells. I don't really drink rose tea, but I do know that we have a rose tea blend here at Goddess Elite. Another thing is the safflower. This is another good love and attraction herb. I personally dress all of my love candles with this herb here. It is kind of expensive. Truthfully, you can probably find it in a lot of people's kitchens. I know that a lot of Norwegian people use this. Live, die by this flower. I love it. It's perfect for attraction magic. And it's perfect for healing. So if you, once again, wanted to use our heart candle, or you wanted to use our love enchantment candle, or you wanted to use our seduction candle, I am definitely personally going to recommend that you use some safflower on each 3 of these candles, just because it's an overall attracting herb and it isn't specific to one kind of thing. No matter what you want to attract in your life, you can always use safflower to attract that towards you. Another thing is this lemon peel. Personally, lemon peel for me isn't as much as a romantic love herb as it can be for other people. Me personally, I use lemon peel for friendship magic and for happiness magic. I included it in here because platonic love is a type of love. You can use lemon peel in platonic love magic. Platonic love magic totally exists, and you totally should use it, especially for people who are fighting with their friends. You can do sweetening little things like that. Sometimes when my friends and I are having like little rough moments, I will light a candle with some lemon peel and try to smooth things out. Sometimes I make these gifts for my friends using lemon peel candles, just because I think it promotes friendship and connection. And it of course does involve love. It is platonic love. You can use it for romantic love, but it just personally isn't an herb that I use. You can also use it for purification and longevity. So if you wish to use this as like a cleanser before you do your love magic, this is also a good cleansing herb for before your rituals, during your rituals, or clean up after. It just keeps the feeling of love and like romance in. Furthermore, lavender. Lavender, when you're first introduced to lavender, I think a lot of people use it as a sleeping herb. It is definitely something that you can use to help relax you. I use lavender to promote relaxing, but I personally use it in my love magic, especially for some of the more detailed love magic, especially sex magic. I think lavender is a really good relaxation, inspiration kind of like drink. I like to make it in tea, or I like to burn it sometimes, and I just think it gives you like a really good relaxation. If you're someone who's anxious and you aren't allergic to lavender, I definitely recommend it. It does come with the warning that it can make you sleepy and drowsy. I definitely only drink lavender tea or burn lavender when it's definitely time for me to go to bed. But since I mostly use moon rituals for my love and enchanting and manifestation magic, lavender, it tends to be the perfect relaxation and calming herb for me. But lavender is also good for love herbs. I personally don't always use it to dress my candles since I prefer to use lavender for more sleep and relaxation. But you can also use it for love and happiness. It is also a happiness herb. Okay. Oh, allspice berries. These are very cute. They're allspice berries. They're good for money, luck, and healing. I have this in here because I don't personally use them for love magic. I use them for manifestation and attracting magic. So while you can use them for love magic, I personally take these and use them for wealth and healing magic. I personally think that you can use it for, if you want to do like a self-love spell, I would recommend maybe allspice berries, as it does bring the things that you need towards you. But personally, I use it for luck and money. So if you are attracting love and money, attract it your way. Another thing is our lemon verbena. It is the leaves. They are leaves. They are this huge big bag. You use it for purification and love, and it represents masculine energy. Once again, with this couples candle, each of our herbs will tell you whether or not it has feminine or masculine energy around it, which one it is corresponded with. I personally only use lemon balm because of its masculine energy when it comes to love. When I do couples magic, I like to coat the male in, or the masculine energy. It does not have to be male. The masculine energy, I like to use lemon verbena as it. Other masculine herbs that we do have are the lemongrass, like I told you earlier, that you can burn, you can clean up, you can use it forever. The allspice berries that I mentioned, and we also have it with the lavender. And I think our last one is the juniper berries. These are all energies that I work with. The masculine energies I like to use on the masculine side of whatever candle I'm using. I personally like to view myself as the feminine energy, but there are times where you definitely have the masculine energy and you can use them for that. And of course, you do not have to use the masculine and the feminine aspects of herbs. It does not necessarily matter. It only matters to your practice. Another thing that we have here that you can use for love magic and love spells and things of that nature is lotus flowers. We have red lotus flowers. These are our red land lotus flowers. We also have blue lotus, and we also have, I would like to say, purple lotus flowers, just like these. Our blue lotus looks completely different. You can use lotus for different things. Personally, I use the red and purple lotus flowers for my rituals. I use them to decorate. I use them to create safety circles with salt and protection for my love spells, and I also use them before I do a love spell. So I'll surround my candles with them. I will put them in my mojo bag if that's what I decided to make. They're just something that I like to keep with me. I personally use lotus flowers for love and lust. I think that that is mostly what I use them for, but blue lotus is one of those flowers that I mentioned earlier that you can smoke. For blue lotus, I use it before my rituals. I prefer to drink it in a tea, as a lot of people say that when they experience blue lotus, they have very vivid dreams. It's definitely a relaxation herb. That is what I use it for. I use it before a lot of divination rituals, or if I decide to astral project, or I decide to go shifting, however you guys may view it. I definitely recommend blue lotus. We currently have it in stock here. You can drink it, you can smoke it, you can use it on your candles, on your herbs, however you decide to do it. I personally use blue lotus for divination, but it is also can be used for love magic. It is a herb that I learned when I was researching about ancient Egypt, and it's something that they use there. And for those of you who do understand all of that magic, if that's what it brings to you, blue lotus, red lotus, purple lotus, go for it. What can I use to attract love to me? Personally, if you're doing a self-love candle, as I told you, as I mentioned earlier, we have candles here at Goddess Elite. This Blessed Herbal Affirmation candle is a love candle. I use it as an overarching candle, It has an opening. It says, I open my eyes, hearts, and hands to the love I seek. I release all fear that may have blocked the path to fulfillment of my desires. If you're attracting love to you, I recommend that you use this candle here. I can also recommend that you do the attraction love candle that we have here. The affirmation for this one is my favorite of all of the candles that we have. It says, I call on forces higher than I to empower the dreams that I hold inside. Through this vision that knows my need, I ask for love's enchantment with all speed. May this work for me in the most correct way, attracting the love I need today. I call on thee in perfect love and trust, working with me, sending what is just. Harming none and helping all is how it shall be. This I make true. 3 times 3 times 3. If you're looking for love, I recommend these 2 candles. As I mentioned earlier, there are a few herbs that I mentioned. So safflower is my attracting herb. Is my go-to if I'm attracting something to me, whether it be love or lust or anything. This is the herb for you. And you can also use hibiscus and our rose petals. And of course, you're totally welcome. If you do have interest in getting these candles, someone asked if I do spell work for other people. I do. I dress candles here at Goddess Elite. You buy the candle. It costs extra for me to dress it for you, but I will create the candle as you want. I will do sigils on the side. I will dress it with oil, and I will put the herbs for you myself. I personally don't do rituals for other people as of currently. It's just not my thing. It takes a lot of energy, but I will happily dress your candle. I will happily bring you to the herbs that you need, and if you do have questions, I will happily walk you through them yourself. I will share not all my spells, but I will share the easy things that I do with you if that is something that interests you. It's just ask for me here at Goddess Elite. I'm here pretty much every day of the weekend. So I'm always here. You guys are totally welcome to ask. And since we're kind of nearing time, my last topic is the glamour magic. For those of you who asked about it, you can use love magic as glamour magic. Personally, I think they're very much the same. I use glamour magic to enchant how I feel about things. They cross paths very easily. Attracting magic, they're basically kind of the same thing to me. I use love magic and enchanting magic. So the glamour magic to enchant my earrings. I use it to enchant my glasses, my skincare. However you may do that. For those of you who are looking to attract love to you, you can definitely use enchanting magic for that. So we have a glamour magic book here at Goddess Elite. It is by Deborah Castellano. I enjoy her Magic for Troubled Times book, so I have checked out this glamour book. I will be doing a review on it here at Goddess Elite sometime this week. She goes over enchanting magic in this book. Another book that I mentioned earlier was The Glam Witch by Michael Herx. He also goes over enchanting. If you buy this book from here at Goddess Elite, I have a mirror wash mucked off, I have self-care, and I have his enchanting magic marked on this book here. And those are things that you can use to attract personal things to you, attract your love, attract people. You can attract money. I personally use glamour magic to attract love, kindness. I'm always looking for friends, so I personally have my glamour magic set to attract people who are on my same wavelength, people who I will mesh well with and who can help me grow. I personally use that to attract that. I also use it to attract my manifestation towards me. Ooh, for those of us who are not in the area. Yes. So you totally can just ask for us here at store. If I happen to post something that you have interest in, you are 100% able to ask for me there, and I will help you as best as I can. I will be creating a social media, and once I have created that, I probably will create it today since you guys are asking. I'm so excited, and I will give it to you guys. I will probably comment on our Goddess Elite. We have an Instagram. We have a Facebook. You can just look up Goddess Elite on goddesselite.com, and it will bring you to our website. And that is where you can find all of the things that I'm selling here. I will be uploading all of these books, all of the herbs and everything. They will be uploaded on the website by the end of today. So if you don't find it now, please give me until tomorrow. All of this will be posted. And with that, my time is pretty much up. I had so much fun talking to you guys. I'm so excited to be here at Goddess Elite. And truthfully, I love helping people. I love magic. I love money magic. I love prosperity magic. I love crystals. I love herbs. So if you have questions, please fully feel free to find me. If you come in, please feel free to say hi and let me know if I can help you with anything. And I wish you guys all the best of luck with your love endeavors. And you, Miss Tiffany, goodbye, and thank you for all of your questions. I really hope you good luck.